An important Delawarean on the musical scene is our first guest. It's Mr. Stephen Gunzenhauser. Currently, he is the director of the Wilmington Music School, which incidentally is the 8th largest community music school in the United States. He's also the music director of the Delaware Symphony. And of course, we had the recent appearance of world-renowned violinist Itzhak Perlman, and that's a testimonial to the quality of the Delaware Symphony. He also conducts the always sold-out Lancaster Symphony, and he co-hosts a weekly radio show on the Arts and WILM radio station. Whew, that's quite a bit. Well, Stephen, we're glad that you could fit us in on that schedule.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to be here. You know, it's I have my days pigeonholed by minute rather than by hour, and it's always exciting because it doesn't leave me much time to stop and think about what I'm doing. I just have to do it.
Well, you know, I didn't realize the Wilmington Music School had such a large amount of students. Now, who does the school service, and is there instrumental instruction also on all levels?
Well, the music school is one of the oldest cultural institutions in the state of Delaware, and a lot of people really aren't aware of the magnitude of the school. The school has approximately 600 students studying privately and with ensembles and class instruction, another 400 that take all kinds of different things at the school. We also have an adult program. We have a national citation for work that we've done with senior citizens, and we have a ramp to allow accessibility for the handicapped. We provide faculty recitals. We have a chamber orchestra. We go into the schools, and you know, we're really a community resource in terms of music. We're also a conscience to the community. When things get disrupted within the public education sector, we are there together with the University of Delaware Music Department to remind people about how important music really is.
Now, is instruction expensive at the school?
Instruction is, I don't think it's expensive at all. I think it's relatively inexpensive, but for the average person it is expensive, and it's increasing in cost. Oil bills go up, the upkeep of pianos goes up, and not only that, but the music school, in contrast to people that might just study privately or with a neighborhood teacher, the school has a $7,000 program in music theory to try and offer the best possible complete training to the child that comes in, and that doesn't necessarily mean that we want every child to become a professional musician. Far from it. We simply, our goal is to use music as an educational tool to make it accessible so that people come away with the ability to develop self-discipline, which is what music is really all about.
Now, how did you to get a person like Itzhak Perlman to appear with the Delaware Symphony? I'm interested.
Well, I went to a high school in New York City, which was the breeding grounds for a lot of very famous musicians. And Itzhak Perlman's wife, Toby, was a girlfriend of mine. And Perlman had initially said that he would be happy to come to Wilmington and do a recital in the Grand Opera House with piano, because he didn't know what kind of orchestra the Delaware Symphony was, and he had his reservations. I spoke with his agent, and I spoke with Toby, and told them all about all the exciting things that were happening with the Delaware Symphony and how we really needed him for a benefit. And at that point, he decided that he was going to do it, and it was just a very exciting experience, even the opportunity of simply working with him.
Did he enjoy it? What did he think of the experience?
He turned around afterwards, and with this broad smile that he's really so famous for, he said, "I can't believe such a small town has such a fine orchestra." And as a result of his appearance here, there's a grapevine in the professional music world. We have a letter that has come to us from Isaac Stern's agent, saying that he has heard about the Delaware Symphony, and if an opportunity would arise, he certainly would be interested in appearing with the Delaware Symphony.
That's very
well, we're
amazing.
very flattered, and I think our box office alone bespeaks our success in terms of the symphony, because of the fact that we've got an average waiting list of 200 to 300 people, and we're starting our subscription campaign now for next year, and we're already ahead of last year's box office.
Now, how do you accomplish everything you do? You're the director of the music school. You're also, in addition to conducting the Delaware Symphony, you conduct the Lancaster Symphony, and you're co-hosting a radio show?
Yeah, the radio show we tape on Tuesday mornings for WILM, and it's broadcast on Thursday afternoons.
Yes.
I generally am at the music school 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and then sometimes on Saturdays and sometimes Friday nights with recitals and all. Then in the evenings I have symphony rehearsals. And then I also, when I don't have symphony rehearsals, I spend time with my family. And then generally between 12 and 2 in the morning is when I'm studying and memorizing music and learning new music.
Now, where and when can the viewers catch your WILM radio show?
Our WILM show is on Thursdays at 3:10 till 3:30, and each week we have a different person from the arts or a person who's active with the arts in Delaware. And we've had all kinds of people, including people that are involved in politics, trying to pin them down as to what they feel about the arts. You know, I'm a firm believer that without the arts, life really isn't worth living. And someone in our viewing audience might say, well, you know, that's ridiculous. You know, that's fine for him to say. But an example of that was last weekend when I did a Mahler symphony, which was composed in 1887. Now, you may not be able to remember what went on in 1887, but if you hear that piece, you can feel and sense the sounds of what went on. Also, you have the opportunity of feeling and sensing genius.
Well, that's amazing. Well, listen, I want to thank you for being